Spotlight on Frazee is sponsored by these community-minded businesses and organizations. United Community Bank, an independent, family-owned and operated bank committed to empowering customers to achieve their financial goals. Member FDIC. Frazee Family Foods, what a hometown grocery store should be. Friendly staff, family-owned, and a wide variety of groceries to fulfill your needs. The City of Frazee and Frazee Event Center, featuring a 5,000 square foot room, a built-in stage, and a full-service bar, perfect for a multitude of events. Call or click to book your event.
Hi, I'm Karen Downing, and this is Spotlight on Frazee. Well, we're at Frazee Rescue today with Matt Johnson, Chief.
Correct.
All right. And we have some really exciting news here about new equipment. And you know, Matt, I want you to get started and start showing us. And we're standing in front of the big one right here.
We are standing in front of the new quick response vehicle that we have here at Frazee Rescue. It's not replacing anything that we have. We have behind us over there, we have the rescue rig that we've had for, it's a 2005 model that has been here for almost 20 years. But this is something that we just added to the rescue.
Served you well, right?
It has served us well. It's a little expensive to maintain. It doesn't get anywhere super fast, but it has worked quite well for several years. But this is what we just went and added. This is a 2025 Ford Explorer. It is, we got it through a state bid, so we were able to go and get it set up exactly the way we wanted it. A couple things that's unique for this vehicle is we do have a brush guard on the front of it. Our area is quite large. Some of our calls are out as far as 26 miles. Those calls go up into the refuge, and there's a lot of wildlife. So the goal with the brush guard on here is that hopefully if we have an animal that we hit, it goes and does some damage that's cosmetic but doesn't go and take the vehicle out of service. We've got some lights up in for the intersections that hopefully get a lot of Frazee's kind of a tight town, and it hopefully goes and helps out with the vehicles going and seeing us when we're coming into the intersections. A couple other things that we went and we did is we got extra spotlight on the front of it for our passengers. Some of the residents that we're trying to find out in the country are pretty tricky to go and find. That allows our passenger to go and help direct light so we can see what's going on. The vehicle's made to go and get places quick. It's also made to go and allow us to go and carry some of the medications and equipment that we need to get on in scenes relatively quick.
And I know you turned on the lights there for a minute. You're going to try that right now?
We can turn them on. So one thing that's unique about this vehicle is that we do have the regular red and blue lights on the vehicle. It has a sensor that knows when the door is open, so it shut off the lights there for it so we didn't get blinded right away. But one of the things that's also really nice is we deal with a lot of low light situations. So besides the spotlights, we can also take every light on the vehicle and turn it white. So when we're on a scene, we can go and light up the whole surroundings around the vehicle, and we can see exactly what's going on.
That's great.
So
that's great.
It's come in quite handy a few times already. Again, once I open the door, it'll stop trying to blind me.
And I just want to say this is a beautiful vehicle.
It's quite nice. So the vehicle was purchased, like I said, through the state bid. It was Guardian Fleet Safety is the one that set it up for us. They didn't do the decals, but they did all the lighting. The first time that we saw it in person is when they delivered it. They were amazing to deal with. We told them what our wish list was, what we needed the vehicle to go and do, and there was lots of phone conversations, text messages, video conferencing, but when we got it, it was pretty much ready to go. The other thing that was really nice was right after it showed up, the next day they had a technician that came down and met with us, and they actually fine-tuned the vehicle for us. Unfortunately, the technician, we had a busy day that day. We had a couple motor vehicle crashes. He had to wait for us to get back from clearing calls, but he fine-tuned it the rest of the way for us, and phenomenal service from them. So that was our experience. When it showed up, the only thing that was missing was the decals.
That's great. Well, show us the back here.
So in the back, because this is a medical vehicle, a lot of times our hatch is going to go and be opened up for when we're getting out supplies. So when we go and we do that, we know we're going to be blocking the light bar. So we do have lights that are inside that flash, and we also had lights installed on the bumper, especially our directionals. That way we didn't have any issues with people not being able to see us when we're out on a scene. We can flip on the lights. We have a night mode where it's red lights. It lights up here and on the inside. And then we also have a day mode where we can have white lights. And primarily what we're going and carrying in the vehicle, we've got our normal bag that we go and use when we're responding to calls. This one we keep our medications in. Had some bad luck with people with bee stings this year. Lately it's been asthma attacks. So we've ended up even last night going and using some albuterol to go and help out a young patient. We carry oxygen in a couple of different spots. We have our AED. We've got our Lucas chest compression device right here. We carry trauma bags, vacuum splints. We have water rescue supplies. We use stop stretchers now. We don't go and use backboards unless we're extricating out of vehicles. So we actually use stop stretchers.
Okay.
So we carry those with that we can go and get somebody moved out. And then we have seat collars and other supplies.
Okay, and you showed me a little hidden thing over
We do. So some people have thought we have an electric vehicle. We do have outlets on the inside, and that's so we can charge our equipment on board. But on the side here, and this is where people have thought we have an electric vehicle, we have a power port. And what this power port goes and does is it actually goes and gives power to the vehicle when it's sitting if we're charging something. And then it also goes and allows us to go and run the block heater for the vehicle if we were to store it outside or anything. We would go and run that. Our other rig that we have, I showed that when we walked in.
Right.
It actually is plugged in all the time, and that engine is kept warm because it's a diesel motor and it doesn't go anywhere fast, especially when it's cold. So.
And you know, Matt, we talked a little bit before we started filming, and you told me how many people you served this year.
Yeah, so right now we are second week of November when this is getting filmed. We have had just over 277 calls.
277 calls.
So
Yes.
our area is 170 square miles approximately. Like I was saying, the farthest that we go up on a call is about 26 miles. We go all of Burlington Township, all of Silverleaf. We've got half of Erie. We've got North and South Tidal Land, and that's the areas that we're normally dispatched to. We have part of Evergreen on the west side, and then we also end up going anywhere we need to. So if we get called into Ottawa County or in towards Detroit Lakes, we do that too.
That's a huge area.
It is.
Well, there are a lot of people relying on you.
There is. There is.
There is. Okay, well, you have one more. You've got one more piece of equipment that's new, and we're going to take a break just for a minute, and we're going to go over there. All right?
Sounds good.
Well, join us again in just a minute.
When you list your home with Jack Shivers Realty, you don't just get a sign in the yard, you get a team working faster and smarter to sell your home. We utilize radio, digital advertising, social media, and even trade shows to make sure your home gets noticed by the right buyers. And our agents, they don't just show houses, they help you through every step of the process. Because selling your home deserves more than the basics. It deserves a team with reach, resources, and results.
So one of the other features that we have with this vehicle is that when we start going on a call, our mapping will automatically send us to where we need to go. We don't have to go and pull up paper maps. We don't have to go and try to look at our phone. Our display up here will go and show us where we're going. It'll give us directions on turning, and then when we get close to a turn,
800 feet, turn right onto 5th Street Northwest.
It'll also go and start to give those directions up on the screen here so that the driver can see right directly in front of them without having to even look over at the screen on where we're trying to go to get to a call.
Welcome back. This is Karen Downing, Spotlight on Frazee. We're at Frazee Rescue, and we just saw your new vehicle. It was gorgeous, and I had a question for you before we move on to the rest of the new equipment here. We had a question about transporting people. That's not something you do, is it?
We don't. So we're not a transporting ambulance service. Primarily people in our area get transported by Detroit Lakes, essentially EMS, Perham Health. Sometimes we end up dealing with North Memorial, depending on where we're at in our area. But no, our equipment's primarily made for extricating people to the ambulance.
Okay.
So the transporting ambulance. So even though we have this beautiful 2005 Ford ambulance, this was never used to go and transport people since it came to our agency. Correct.
Okay.
So our primary goal is to get them to the transporting ambulance service, and that's why we have a ATV.
Okay.
Sometimes that's out in the woods.
Right. So this is your new ATV right here.
Correct.
And I'll tell you, it's a beauty.
Yeah. So we ended up getting this Honda ATV. It replaced a hand-me-down ATV that we had that had been hand-me-down from the fire department. That it had seen better days. And ultimately, right next to it is this rescue sled that we have wheels for it for when we don't have much snow on the ground, and then we can also go and put skis on it during the winter months when there is snow. So ultimately the ATV sits on this trailer and we'll sit on this trailer with the rescue sled the vast majority of the time, but when we get a little too much snow, the ATV comes off and then we have a snowmobile that goes on. We put the skis back on the sled, and right now we're in the middle of hunting season. We're literally right in the middle of hunting season. So if we have a lost hunter, if we have someone that's out in the woods that's injured or in a stand, we can go and get this out right away, and then we can go and transport them in that rescue sled.
And we are very thankful to have you here, especially in hunting season.
It's a big area.
It is.
So it's a very big area.
Yeah. Well, we also talked about the volunteers that you have here. Now, you're the chief. You said you have an assistant chief.
Correct.
And then you have volunteers.
Correct. Yep, so we have 12 members right now. 3 of them are new members. They're just finishing up training right now.
Good.
They should be ready to go here in probably 2 to 3 weeks,
Right.
and then we'll be running at full staff. One of the things that's interesting, and we referenced how many calls we have, and the one thing that we really prioritize on is the fact that we have multiple calls going on at the same time. So each one of our members carries approximately $9,000 worth of equipment. They have an AED, they have radio, they have a pager, they have their cold weather parka, they have a fully equipped bag. They don't carry medications, but they can respond directly to a scene. They can go and give us information as far as what resources we need to get coming, but all of them are capable of responding directly to a call. This equipment is great, but it's only as good as the people that are showing up to utilize it.
I can see that. I can see that. Well, we appreciate you and all of your volunteers. We are very privileged to have you here in this community and this whole area that you serve. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah. This has been Spotlight on Frazee. Let's keep Frazee moving forward.